Hey guys, it's Maddie, and welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, make sure you press that subscribe button down below. Also, feel free to give the video a like if you enjoy it. And yeah, so I'm actually on my way home from work right now. Well, not home, I'm going to my mom's house, and I'm gonna hang out there for a while and have dinner. And sorry, I'm trying not to get killed here in traffic. I think we're good. So I want to talk to you guys today about the fact that people still continue to surprise me. And I don't know why this is, but maybe I'm just easily surprised, or I don't know, or just have, I don't know, weird expectations maybe. But yeah, people continue to still surprise me. And what I mean by that is sometimes people come up to me and ask me really random, very personal questions. And these are people that, wow, that's a lot of water. Sorry, it just rained a lot, and there's water like everywhere. I don't know if you guys can like see this, but it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so anyways, people will come up and ask me like the most random questions. And these are people that, you know, maybe I don't talk to every day on a normal basis, or, you know, whatever. And it's totally fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm happy to answer any of their questions. And I've always made it kind of like a standing policy, especially at work, that, you know, you can ask me literally any question you want, and I will be more than happy to answer it, no matter how personal or private. Sorry, it's going to get dark here for just a second, pulling in the garage. No matter how personal or private, and I will answer it. So I've always had like the, you know, your everyday like basic questions of people asking me things like, you know, just the common stuff that you get asked, like what does it feel like, what's it like being on hormones, all those sorts of things. And it's never a problem. I fully expect those, and I really have kind of, sorry, letting the dogs out, I have like prepared answers for it. And but it's the odd questions that really get me and take me by surprise. So for example, I'm sitting in a meeting just the other day, and the meeting ends and everybody gets up to leave. I was picking up, you know, gathering my things. My hair is doing crazy things. And one lady stays behind, and she comes up to me and she asks me, she's like, "Can I ask you a question?" I was like, "Of course, ask me whatever you want." And so she starts rambling on for a bit. And she's like, you know, if this question offends you, she's like, "I'm really sorry, and you can just kind of tell me to shut up." And I was like, "No, you're fine, you know, whatever." And she just goes, "Well, I was wondering, can you still ejaculate?" Okay, well, that's a really random question, and it really kind of like took me by surprise. Sorry, I said that kind of loud. The neighbors may be thinking I'm crazy. But, you know, it really took me by surprise, and I was like, well, no, not really. And we talked about it for a bit, but it was just, I'm never prepared for like the really random questions that I get sometimes. Like I said, I normally have like stock answers for questions that pop up a lot. And, you know, I can answer it in a few seconds, and people are happy and they go on about their way. But it's the other ones that I'm just like, geez, I don't know. It's kind of personal. But I'm happy to answer them anyway, just because I know that people are curious. As a side note, you guys should totally check out this really cute outfit that I'm wearing today. Kind of give you guys an idea about the kind of clothes that I wear to work. I'll see if I can't. So yeah, I kind of wear like something like this, you know, just like a spaghetti strap with like a throw over. But this is kind of like what I wear to work. In case you were interested in that particular topic, now you know. Something else that's really surprised me, and you know, I'd always heard about this and people warned me that it might happen, but I just kind of never thought that it would, is that I'd always heard people say that when you're transitioning genders, that you find out who your friends are like really fast, because the people who are really your friends are going to stick with you and they don't care, and people who aren't, well, they come and they go. And so I had some really close friends before I started transitioning, And all throughout and during like the early parts of my transition, like the hormones, the awful sickness I got, and those sorts of things, they were there by my side. But it seems like, and maybe it's just coincidence, but it seems like as soon as I actually made my like transition like at work and I switched over like full time, that these people just kind of bailed on me. And I'm not upset because, like I said, I fully expected it to happen in some cases. I'm just kind of perplexed at the people that it turned out to be. I could see that happening with certain people, and I kind of was anticipating that. But the people that actually bailed out on me and dropped out of my life completely were people who, at the time, meant a great deal to me. And it kind of makes me sad that that has ended. But at the same time, it makes me happy because they're no longer in my life for a reason. And I don't have to dedicate any more of my time or energy towards these people that really just didn't care to begin with. And I don't know, let me know in the comment section if this has ever happened to you. Like if when you transitioned or, anything like that, that you just had people who you were really close to and you thought it was totally fine with them, and they've just sort of dropped out of your life. One person in particular, this is really hard. So one person in particular, I'd actually made some videos about saying how much she meant to me. And for the record, it's not Sarah. If you guys haven't seen my silly bar video where I'm hanging out with Sarah, I'll put the link up above so you guys can check that out. It's just us being dumb. You can kind of meet one of my best friends. But anyway, so this person meant a lot to me, and I made some videos and made some references about her and how much she meant to me. And I can't remember if it was like the week after I transitioned at work or the week before. I really can't remember, but we'd had some disagreements, and we were sitting there having a discussion in my office. She came to chat with me, someone I used to work with, and she flat out told me something that was probably the most hurtful thing that anybody has ever said to me. And it still pops into my head every now and then. It's something that I haven't been able to shake. I'm fine with the friendship loss with her. It doesn't bother me, but the thing that she said is what haunts me and what hurts me the most. She told me that she thought I was a better person before I transitioned, and that she thought transitioning has brought out the worst in me. And that really hurt me because I've been trying to become the real me and the better version of myself, and by her saying that, it just like invalidated everything that I was trying to do and trying to accomplish. And I don't know, it's dumb because she's out of my life, whatever, it's over, but for some reason I've never been able to get that out of my head because it's somebody who meant so much to me and I love so much, and they said something to me that I never thought they would ever say. And yeah, so people will surprise you, and I don't know, I guess that's life in general though, is that people are going to come and people are going to go out of your lives, and yeah, that's fine. I'm used to that. It's not a big deal. But I think that the things you say, whether you're in someone's life or not, can have a very powerful and lasting impact on that person. And that's why I've always tried to make it like my life's mission or like philosophy that, I want to make everyone feel special. And if I can make somebody's day brighter, even if it's just for a couple of seconds, then my day has been a success. Because I don't know what that other person's going through, so maybe they just needed those few seconds. Maybe did something stupid or something funny and they got a kick out of it, or whatever. But that's kind of how I've always tried to live my life. And I've also had the biggest fear. This hasn't happened to me, and I hope it never does. But I've always heard stories where people like got into arguments, or they had disagreements, or they said things that they regretted, and then something happened to that other person before they were ever able to talk to them again. And that's always been one of my biggest fears. So I always want to make sure that I leave somebody with a positive opinion about me for one, and I leave them feeling good. So that, you know, I mean, one day it's going to be our last, you never know which one, and I want to make sure that, you know, when that time comes for me, that people will be able to say that they're a better person because they knew me, and that their lives were better because I was a part of it. And I think if that happens for me, then I can say that my life has been a total success, and I could never have wanted or asked for anything more than that, whether it's because I've inspired somebody through a video who I don't even know, or somebody in person who, you know, I've known forever. But that's how I live my life, and that's how I want people to think of me, and remember me, you know, if or when, you know, not if, but when that day comes, whether it's, you know, tomorrow or 60 years from now, you know, who knows. But so anyways, kind of got off on a tangent there, got a little deep for you guys, but the main point of this video is that people keep surprising me, and I don't know when or if that's going to stop. Probably not, and we'll kind of see how things go, you know, moving forward. But anyways, you guys, so once again, make sure you press that subscribe button down below. Also feel free to hit that like button, and until next time, be kind and make good choices.